Close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Lined into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run. The throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And we're live on yourliveevent.com. We're getting ready for some American Legion baseball. It's the Shields Invitational. This one live from Kindred, North Dakota. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer, bringing you American Legion baseball. The Fargo Bombers, Post 2, are the visiting team, and the Kindred Vikings are hosting the Fargo Bombers. And Greg, we're getting ready for some fun American Legion baseball.
Yeah, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day out in here in Kindred. At first I thought the 9:30 start sounded crazy, but go, am I a fan of it all of a sudden. It is just gorgeous out. Teams look ready. This is going to be a blast today.
And we're doing a lot of work on the field. The field looks marvelous.
Yeah.
We added some new turf to the mound, and done a lot of work to home plate. So Dan Nathan and the crew and Paul Quislin and everybody kind of helping out. And thank you to all the ticket takers and all the people working concession stands and getting the field ready to play. The field looks marvelous. It's a good morning. You don't often say, hey, good morning, we're going to play some American Legion baseball, but here we are getting ready to play. And again, before we even get started, I'd like to say, hey, thank you to our sponsors and yourliveevent.com, bringing you this fun service. It sure is a lot of fun to bring you American Legion baseball on yourliveevent.com. We'll start with the starting lineups real quick here for Post 2. The Fargo Bombers, their head coach is Joe Wellen, and assisted by Nate Sillerud, and leading off and playing the designated hitter. So they got a leadoff hitter, the DH, number 13, Caden Nelson. Batting second will be the shortstop, Colin Ebling. Batting third will be the center fielder, Brander Hilmert. And then batting cleanup and playing in right field will be Seth Egan. Ben Sheets bats fifth and plays at first base. Batting sixth and playing at second base is Graydon Olson. Batting seventh and catching will be Eli Emineth. And playing at third base and batting eighth will be Kellen Doherty. And batting ninth is Evan Felber. He's playing out in left field. And on the mound and not batting in the lineup will be number 2, Sam Chase.
You know, that's interesting. I feel like you don't oftentimes see a DH leading off. I guess it would be fun to see, but I don't think that you see that super often.
Super often. I could think back into the 80s for the California Angels. It was not the Anaheim Angels. It was
Sure.
the California Angels at the time. They had a big guy by the name of Brian Downing, a big right-handed hitter, and had a lot of power, not a lot of speed. And then he would be the designated hitter for the California Angels back in the day. And then Ricky Henderson, the pronounced leadoff hitter, played a lot of left field, some center field.
Yeah.
But every now and then he'd DH.
DH and still lead off.
Yep. Here's your starting lineup for the Post 117 Kindred Vikings. Leading off and playing in center field will be Mason Almaris. And batting second, the shortstop, Jack Wold. Batting third and catching, Bryce Whipple. Batting cleanup and on the mound, Kylan Swenson. Stanley Belowski bats fifth. He's playing over at third base. And the designated hitter called up from the Babe Ruth Midcast League, Luke Starcevic. And batting seventh, the first baseman, number 12, Grant Spellhog. And batting eighth, the second baseman, Andy Trom. And batting ninth will be Xander Rath, the speedster. He's playing out in right field. Jack McDonald, he's being DH for it. He's playing out in left field, but he's in the starting lineup. And again, playing out in left field. So we'll come back. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more information on the Shields Invitational Tournament on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
And we're back in beautiful Kindred, North Dakota. We do have a wind coming in from the south, so this will be the wind isn't howling in by any stretch, and it's kind of swirling around, sometimes blowing out to right field on this beautiful morning in Kindred. And we're getting ready for some American Legion baseball as the Fargo Post 2 Bombers are in town for this Shields Invitational Tournament. 4 locations for this tournament, and there's a number of teams in these kind of a round robin, not a round robin, but an invitational is what they call it. And so a lot of baseball to be played over the weekend.
Yeah, and I'm specifically excited for, I know you had mentioned the wind coming kind of out of left field, pushing towards, kind of right towards the right field foul line. If I know anything about these two teams, there's definitely some powerful bats that can cut right through the wind. I'm excited to see how Luke Starcevic can handle coming up to this Legion level. I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you know if he has played Legion reps?
He hasn't in high school ball. He did play on the varsity team.
Okay.
Hit himself some home runs. I know he hit one out at Enderlin, and so he's got some serious power up and down this lineup. The Kindred Vikings.
Yeah.
Have some power. Bryce Whipple, in particular, has hit some home runs this year, including a walk-off grand slam earlier in the season.
That's right.
And Kylan Swenson certainly has some power. And then you add Luke Starcevic, Grant Spellhog into this team. But when you talk about the Kindred Vikings, you can't help but notice the speed up and down this lineup.
Yep.
Josh Almaris, and I was talking to Josh Almaris, a head coach for the Kindred Vikings, and I've been saying Almaris all this time, and then I heard him introduce his son as the umpire, Mason and he was saying Almaris.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, well, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Why don't you correct me, man?
That's why. I've always had the same trouble, and that's why I've always gone with Coach A. My whole life it's been Coach A.
Yep.
I've always had trouble with that.
Yep, and he sent a text to my son Max, who's in one of the reserves on the on the lineup being introduced right now, and he said the same thing. He said Coach A.
Coach A, cheat code.
Can't get the pronunciations over the text, but when you look up and down this Kindred lineup, Mason Almer has got some serious speed.
Yeah.
Starting out in center field, and he can run some balls down. Jack Wold has some speed. You talk about Kylan Swenson, he has some serious speed. Belaski's not slow at all. Andy Traum's not a slow person. Then you talk about Xander Rath.
Yeah, that's Xander Rath.
Lay down a bunt at any given situation, and he can beat him out, and he can run down some balls in the outfield. So a very capable outfield with a lot of speed. Jack McDonald can run. He's playing in left field tonight. And so they're introducing the coaches and all the players. Man, what a beautiful night, or beautiful morning, I should say, and getting ready for some American Legion baseball. They're going to play the national anthem, so we'll have to take a break, and we'll come back after this on yourliveevent.com.
Landscaping quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Check out the YourLiveEvent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting, Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
American Legion Baseball in Kindred, North Dakota. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer, and we're talking off air, and we've said it on air, and we can't say it enough. What a beautiful morning.
Yeah, this is, if you were to ask me how to draw up the weather for a baseball game, I think this is exactly where I'd start. And I know what is to come in the later games today, but you gotta stay positive and just appreciate what you got while it's here. And this is textbook.
And when you talk about a morning baseball game, it does kind of change some of the complexities of a baseball game, because now you got the sun rising, and now so Xander Rath and possibly the center fielder Mason Almaris will have a little bit of an issue with the sun kind of in their face, and as well as the right side of the infield. For both teams, obviously, the first baseman and the second baseman are going to have to battle the sun a little bit. I noticed pretty much everybody's got some sunglasses on. And so it'll change the complexity of the game slightly, and compared to an evening game out here. So leading off for post 2, the Fargo Bombers. They'll send the 1, 2, 3 hitters obviously up. Caden Nelson, the designated hitter, will lead it off against a right-handed throwing Kylan Swenson, throwing to his battery mate Bryce Whipple. Here's the first pitch of the Shields Invitational Tournament. 9:33 a.m. is the first pitch. It's a ball. 1-0. The pitch from Swenson is down low and in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Kylan, another one of those pitchers that throws out of the stretch, whether there's runners on base or not. And here's a 2-0. That one's over for a strike. Says home plate umpire Cale Hamry. Chris Larson is a base path umpire. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. To the right-handed hitter, Caden Nelson. Again, the leadoff hitter is the DH in the ball game. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Vikings will go around the horn, so Caden Nelson goes down on strikes, and there's one away. Well, Greg, that was a situation where Kylan fell behind in the count, 2-0, and came back and struck him out.
Yeah, he just battles back, and exactly what we want to see out of the first at-bat.
First pitch to Colin Ebling. The shortstop is a strike. Right-handed hitter.
Swenson's all over the zone right now.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Colin Ebling. He spells his name Colin, C-O-L-L-E-N, and then Ebling is E-B-L-I-N-G. Here's the 0-2. Off speed, misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll keep you updated on the pitch count and where we're at as far as run hits and errors. Check swing.
Hey, good spot.
Bryce Whipple thought he had strike 3 and almost threw it down to Grant Spellhog going around the horn.
I bet he's glad he didn't.
Thought he was going to get the call. Here's number 2, Kylan Swenson's pitch. Swing and a pop-up over the press box. And we say it on every broadcast, where the camera is basically the same angle that we have, that you're standing right behind the camera. And I'm to your left, and so this is our view as well. What you're seeing on the screen. Pitch misses upstairs. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So when we start yelling about that pitch was outside, you can understand it's a little unreasonable, but but we're still going to do it.
Yeah, it is very difficult to tell if it's inside, outside. We're only going by basically where the catcher's catching the baseball.
Yeah.
Here's a pop-up in foul territory. Grant Spellhog did give it a chase, but no chance to get over there. Xander Rath wouldn't have been able to run that one down. It was just too far away, and it just wasn't high enough for Grant Spellhog to chase it down. And here's a 3-2 pitch. Fastball laced over towards third base, right into the glove of Stanley Belaski, and there's 2 down.
Belaski read the scouting report. He gets that one. Now batting number 15, center fielder Brander Hilmert.
Brander Hilmert steps to the plate. He's a center fielder, wears number 15, again a right-handed hitter. And Kylan Swenson's 15th pitch has popped up foul and out of play. So it's just kind of a little bit different watching a game in the morning. You look over at the grandstand, and they're all in a shadow, basically, right as we speak. And so out of the sun. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. So Swenson fell behind the leadoff hitter, but got ahead of the next 2 batters. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Off speed. I don't know if he was throwing a knuckleball or a changeup or in between, but either way it missed. Upstairs, 1 ball.
Can tell you that it was not a fastball.
Here's the 1-2. This one's a fastball. This one's hit high in the air. Pretty deep right field. Xander Rath has to battle the sun, and he goes back and makes a catch. And for the Fargo Bombers, they go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Kindred Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Kindred Vikings coming to bat. They'll have their top of the order up, obviously. Center fielder Mason Almaris will step to the plate. Wears number 8. He'll face the right-handed pitcher, number 2, Sam Chase, on the mound for the Fargo Bombers. His battery mate, number 23, Eli Emineth, the catcher. So Sam Chase on the mound. Kicks and fires, throws out a full windup, swinging a high pop fly into the infield, playable. Third baseman Doherty comes over and he drops the baseball. So Almaris reaches on the error.
Like you had mentioned earlier, with the speed of this Kindred team, that could end up being fairly costly. I guess we'll see, but
that's potentially a huge play, like you just mentioned, and I'm sure Josh Almaris, coaching down at third base, giving some signs. Let's see if they test the arm of the catcher early on. Throw over to first base. Fargo Bombers probably aware of some of the speed that some of the Vikings possess. Another throw over to first base. Ooh, that one was a little bit closer.
Yeah, these are pretty good moves here. Still taking a good lead.
Another throw over to first base. That one was fairly close as well. So 3 throws over to the leadoff hitter, Mason Almaris.
And none of these were where you would say Mason back in plenty of time. They're
No,
fairly close. Still taking that same lead, though.
And he takes off anyway. The throw down to second base is going to sail into center field, but not far enough for Almaris to advance, as the center fielder Hilmert was there to back it up like he's supposed to, in a stolen base for Almaris. And the speed coming into play, and the Vikings trying to take advantage of that error and get a run on the board. The pitch was a strike to Jack Wold, the shortstop. Here's a high fly ball into right center field. Hilmert comes over, as well as the right fielder Egan. He's going to make the catch and fire it across the diamond to the third baseman Doherty, who cuts it off. Good strong throw from the right fielder, held Almaris at second base. So it's a fly 9. First out of the inning. Brings up Bryce Whipple, the catcher for the Vikings. We mentioned it earlier. Right-handed hitter, has some power. The wind's not, he can hit it out against this wind.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of power.
He can also hit it out to right field. He's got some power going that way as well. Here's a 1-0 delivery from Sam Chase, a right-handed pitcher. Off-speed grounded towards the hole, fielded by the shortstop. Throws across the diamond in time for the out, and the throw back to third base is not in time. Ebling with a nice backhanded play at shortstop and fires across the diamond to Mr. Ben Sheets for the second out of the inning, and it's a 6-3 putout. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up the pitcher, Kylan Swenson. And here's a pitch, off speed, misses away.
What I'm noticing is this Bombers team is not afraid to to be aggressive and throw that ball around. I mean, 3 pickoffs, and now you got Sheets chucking it over to third, try to get Alvarez. And
here's a high pop fly foul.
No fear.
There's been a lot of action in this bottom of the 7th inning. There's been 7 pitches.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Kind of interesting. So, what did I say? Bottom of the 7th. That's a balk on the play, and that's going to score the first run. So the Vikings will take advantage, and they'll score the first run and draw the first blood. Almaris reaches on the air, steals second base, advances to third on a ground out, and scores on a balk. And here's the pitch. It's over for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And the pitch, swinging a line drive into center field, and Hilmert comes over and makes a nice running catch. Ball was scorched out to center field, but Hilmert busts over and makes a catch and puts an end to the side for the Vikings, but they do come up with a run. No hits, there was an error, and nobody left on base. So at the end of 1 inning, Kindred Vikings lead the Bombers by a score of 1-0 on yourliveevent.com.
Needs you may have, Todd, our world certified public accountant, has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
And we're back in Kindred. Kylan Swenson on the mound facing the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. There was a strike 1 and now a swinging miss, strike 2. To the cleanup hitter, right fielder Seth Egan. And here's the 0-2, another one of those weird changeup, knuckleball, off speed, whatever it was. Eephus pitch upstairs.
Just hangs up and never comes down.
Here's the 1-2 delivery, fastball down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seth Egan steps to the plate. Seth is spelled S-I-T-H, pronounced Seth, and then Egan is E-G-A-N. Takes ball 3 outside, does the right-handed hitter. And here's a pitch, fastball swinging a foul to the screen. Beautiful morning for Kindred baseball. American Legion baseball. Shields Invitational Tournament. Here's the 3-2, swinging a line drive into right field. This ball's hit well. It's going to go all the way to the wall and down. Rath picks it up, and Egan's going to have himself a stand-up double the other way. An opposite field double. A nice piece of hitting by Egan.
That'll bring up number 11, first baseman Ben Sheets.
Line drive down the right field line. and that was trouble from the get-go. As soon as he hit that ball, I felt that was going to stay fair, and it just one of those line drives that just kind of hooked down or sliced down the line slightly.
Yeah.
And hit the fence.
It was a really well hit ball. That's the type of ball that could result in a triple. That was very well hit.
It's only 302 down the right field line in Kindred, so that kind of saved it from adding an extra base. First pitch to first baseman Ben Sheets is outside, ball 1. And here's a 1-0 pitch upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Graydon Olson awaits on deck. 2-0 the count. And here's a pitch. This one's down low as well. 3 balls and no strikes. 28 pitches now for Swenson. Runner on second, nobody out. And here's a pitch. In there for a strike.
I get the fly ball, dude. I get the fly ball.
Hitters count at 3-1 for the first baseman, Ben Sheets. And here's a pitch, swing and a foul pop-up, out of play. Down the lines, there's a lot of foul territory and a lot of room for outfielders and infielders but there's not a ton of area behind home plate.
Yeah.
Here's the 3-2. It's not a short distance, but it certainly isn't a long distance behind there.
Yep. And once again, you've got Swenson falling behind in the count and then just immediately bouncing back, battling.
And here's a pitch, swinging another foul.
Really good at bat for Sheets here.
Yep. If you remember back in the 1990s and the 2000s, there was a right-handed pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers by the name of Ben Sheets. Here's a high drive into deep center field. This ball's hit pretty well. Almaris goes back, and he makes the catch, guns it back into the infield. But Egan will make his way over to third base. So that's a pretty big play. Now the tying run is at third base with only 1 out. Nice play by Almaris out in center field to gun that one back in.
Yeah, and he couldn't have got that in any faster. He was too deep to make any sort of play.
So now a number of different ways you can score. The corners will be in. Boloski's in at third. Swing and a miss by the right-handed hitting Graydon Olson, the second baseman. So the corners are in. Shortstop and second baseman are back, conceding the run for the out. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Best thing you want to do here as a pitcher is either get that pop up to the infield or strike the batter out. And here's the 0-2, fouled over the press box.
I hope you don't want to get too crazy. You do have an 0-2 count, but you've got a runner on third, so you don't want to see a ball in the dirt here trying to do too much with a curveball or just keep going at the batter.
Here's the 0-2, another off-speed pitch is up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's a 1-2. Fastball is up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 38 pitches now for Kylan Swenson. And here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Whipple held on. So that's a big out. 2 down. Swenson's second strikeout. Here's the catcher, Eli Emineth. Wears number 23, also a right-handed hitter. Both teams filling up the lineup with right-handers. And here's a pitch. Misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's a pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's very rare. We talk about Sam Chase. He threw 9 pitches for the Bombers in the first inning and still gave up an unearned run.
Yeah.
That's kind of unusual to throw that few pitches and still manage to somehow give up a run. That pitch is over for a strike, and by no fault of Sam Chase. He was pumping the strike zone. We had an error and a stolen base and a ground out, moved the runner over to third, and then a balk. So I shouldn't say no fault of Sam Chase. The run scored on the balk. But, Pitch is fouled away. The count rolls along at 1-2 to the right-handed hitting Eli Eleventh.
But you're right. You would think that getting out of an inning with 9 pitches, you'd assume things went super well.
And we had a lot of throws over to first base. We had some infielders gunning the ball around the infield, trying to pick off runners. And here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the runner stranded at third base. Third strikeout for Swenson. Bombers come up with no runs. They do come up with a booming double. No errors in the inning, and 1 runner left on base at the end of 1.5. Kindred Vikings lead it 1-0 on yourliveevent.com.
The messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Kindred Vikings will send up their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. It'll be Stanley Belaski, Luke Starcevic, and Grant Spellhaug to face a right-handed pitcher, Sam Chase. Sam Chase filled the strike zone in the first inning, only threw the 9 pitches. Unfortunately for him, there was an unearned run scored. And here's the first pitch. And just like we mentioned, strike 1 to Stanley Belaski. Belaski playing over at third base, right-handed hitter. And here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's a pitch from Chase. Fastball, swinging a foul. Early on, a lot of foul balls.
A lot of foul balls coming towards us. Hoping that's not foreshadowing for when launching into the box here.
Here's a 1-2 delivery. Fastball, swinging a line drive right at the shortstop. Line to 6, 1 out. A lot of hard hit baseballs in this game so far, but a lot of nice defensive plays. That one right at the shortstop. Ebling made a nice play. And that brings up big Luke Starcevic. First pitch swinging, hits it high and foul. First baseman Sheets comes over and makes a catch. So Starcevic is out on the pitch.
Second out brings up number 12, first baseman Grant Spellhaug.
And that'll bring up Grant Spellhaug, the first baseman. So Sam Chase has recorded 2 outs on 5 pitches this inning. And here's number 6. It's a fastball over for a strike. I'm thinking Spellhaug might have been told to take a pitch there. And here's the 0-1, swinging a high pop fly. Looks like he'll get out of this on 7 pitches. Ebling goes out, and he drops a ball. And another error for the Bombers.
Spellhaug
You got to think Sam Chase is kind of thinking, hey guys, what do I got to do? There's a couple of pop-ups that have just been dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really no rhyme or reason. It's not windy. I don't know. It's just, that's crazy to see two of them now in the first 2 innings here.
So we're going to see Carson Getty come on to pinch run. Interesting here with 2 outs. So Getty's got some speed. Spellhaug can re-enter and go back into first base, but once that happens, Getty would be out of the game. But early on in this game, we're going to see a pinch runner. Here's a high fly ball into center field. Hilmert battling the sun a little bit, but he's going to go back and make the catch. And he still gets out of the inning on 8 pitches. He throws less pitches than he did in the first inning, and he gets out of this one with no runs allowed. There were no hits. There was an error. And after 2 complete, the Kindred Vikings lead it by a score of 1-0 on yourliveevent.com.
Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft-serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
At Green Earth Landscaping, quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Shields Invitational Tournament in Kindred, North Dakota. Fargo Bombers coming to bat. They'll have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Kellen Doherty steps to the plate. He's the 3rd baseman, right-handed hitter. Takes ball 1 from the right-handed pitcher, Kylan Swenson. And here's a 1-0 delivery. It's a fastball down low. 2 balls and no strikes. We're talking off air. Swenson has thrown 47 pitches and has not allowed a run. And Sam Chase has thrown 17 pitches and allowed the unearned run. Normally when you see a pitch count with that big of a differential, you see the score with that big of a differential as well, but not in this case.
It's just bizarre that it's 17 pitches with 2 errors and they've still gotten through 2 innings. It's a lot of action.
Here's a 3-1. This ball is hit very well to deep right field. Xander Rath goes back. He's having trouble, and he will not make the catch. That'll be over his head. And the Bombers are going to have themselves their 2nd double of the game. Doherty hit that ball hard. So Rath not only had to battle the hard-hit baseball, but he had to battle the sun a little bit and got a little bit discombobulated back there and was able to recover in time to get it back into the infield and hold him to a double.
Now, Mike, did you say that this is the 9 hitter here? Because I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt laid down.
It is, and he tries a bunt to throw down to second base, and they got him picked off, but he's going to make it to third base. It's going to be a stolen base for Doherty. So Evan Felber, the left fielder, showed bunt. He did try to off-rat it, so it is a strike. Whipple threw down to second base, but it was in the dirt. Jack Wold knocked it down and then had no time to catch Doherty at third base.
Yeah, that's just a tough break. You like the aggressive throw, but it's just the timing was not there.
And I thought Doherty did a nice job of reading that.
Yeah.
As soon as Whipple made the throw, he busted over to third base.
Yep, had he hesitated, that could have been trouble for them.
Here's a ground ball over towards Boloski. He's got it. He's going to throw on to first base in time for the out, and the throw home is not in time. And he's safe at first base. He's safe at first base. Now they throw down to first because he was off. He didn't realize the umpire was calling him safe. They were saying Spellhaug pulled his foot, and I think the umpire's right. We're going to call an error on the throw. So it's E5. E5 on the throw. Doherty comes across the score to tie it up. We'll give Felber a run batted in because he would have scored. Ball 1. So it's a ground ball over to Boloski. Throwing error, pulled off Spellhog. Spellhog tried to come home to get Doherty, but not in time. Back to the top of the order with Caden Nelson. Here's a ground ball over to third, and it's going to skip by Boloski and another error. And just like that, there's runners on first and second with nobody out. So a leadoff double pays off, then E5, then E5.
This has been just a jam-packed game so far. I like it. It's been entertaining.
A lot of action, and it's hard to keep up because Kylan Swenson works very fast as well.
Yeah.
Here's a pitch. Batter shows bunt, does the shortstop, Colin Ebling. The pitch is upstairs, ball 1. 56 pitches thrown by Swenson.
I just feel like you haven't even inhaled before the next batter comes up.
Yeah. And here's a bunt, and it's a beauty. That should get the runners over. Throw over to first base is in time. Trom covering nicely, and it's a sacrifice bunt as the runners move up. Felber over to third. Nelson up to second base. Ebling will get a sacrifice bunt. He's out on a 1-4 putout for the first out of the inning. So this is a situation where there should be 3 outs now. So any runs that scored now will be unearned. That first run was earned because that batter reached on a double, and he would have scored by now. Here's a ground ball out towards shortstop. Jack Wold has it. He's going to go to third with it, and he's safe. It's going to be a fielder's choice for Hilmert, so no hit. He'll get a run batted in. Nelson is safe at third base. Felber comes across to score to take the lead, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Bombers. So a ton of action in this ball game.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more here.
Yep.
I'm just going to assume probably going to take off for second here.
Yep, and we'll see how the defense plays it. Do they throw through? Do they cut it off the pitcher? Do they have the second baseman cut it off? Do they fake? Here's a high pop fly. Whipple's going to have a chance at this one, and he makes the catch. So on the first pitch, Seth Egan pops up to the catcher for the second out of the inning. And you got to think with a couple of errors and a leadoff double, and if you could get out of here only down by 1 run, I think you'll take that.
Yep.
Now batting Ben Sheets, a first baseman, called strike 1. Sheets is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time up. 60 pitches now for Kylan Swenson. Pitch number 61 is a ball. Throw down to second base. Is cut off, or not cut off by Trom, and it skips into center field. And we're going to have another error as Hilmert steals second base. Nelson comes across a score on the error. It'll be a throwing error on the catcher. I thought Trom cut it off, but the throw was low, just over the mound. I thought Trom cut it off, but then it skipped into center field. Here's a drive into left center field, and this is going to score another run. Sheets is going to have himself an RBI single. As this ball skips away, now it skips away into the infield, and Sheets is going to advance to second base on another error. I think we'll have to give that error to the left fielder, McDonald. Hilmert scores on the RBI single. So Ben Sheets advances to second base on E7. 4 errors this inning. And here's a pitch, ground ball, base hit into the hole. Let's see if they challenge the arm of Jack McDonald. They will not, as Sheets not only stopped at third base, he didn't even round it. He came to a complete stop at third base.
There was zero intention of taking up for home there.
He was not going to try to score, but a base hit. That was Graydon Olson, the second baseman, pounded that one into left field. I'm having trouble keeping up with who the batter is because, like I said, Kylan Swenson works so fast and there's so much action, and I'm trying to write all my garbage down on the book. But Graydon Olson pounds a hit into left field. 4 hits now for the Bombers.
I do not envy you doing the book there.
Eli Emineth steps to the plate, shows bunt, throw down is cut off by Swenson. So Olson does steal second base. That one's cut off by the pitcher, Kylan Swenson. Eli Emineth is a batter. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. has strike one on him. He showed bunt, but he had no intentions of bunting with 2 outs. He was just showing that to try to confuse the infielders. And here's the 0-1. That one's blocked nicely in the dirt by Bryce Whipple, not his dad, Casey Whipple. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 65 pitches now for Kylan Swenson. 4-1 lead for the Fargo Bombers. And here's a pitch, swinging a high pop fly into right field. Xander Rath comes on. He has the sunglasses out. He'll make the catch. And the side is put away as Eleventh flies out to right field. But the Bombers come up with 4 runs after a number of errors and some hits. And we have an action-packed baseball game. Bombers lead at 4-1 with the Kindred coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
Check out the yourliveevent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the yourliveevent.com free stage, check out redrivervalleyfair.com. That's redrivervalleyfair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
We head into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kindred Vikings coming to bat, and we mentioned the pitch count, and we talked, Greg, about the pitch count being a factor and how normally it kind of catches up. So the baseball gods came into play there in the top of the 4th inning. A number of errors. Kylan Swenson gives up the 4 runs, only 1 earned.
Yep, and that's what we had said is baseball always finds a way to kind of to right the wrongs, and it just, we knew it was going to catch up, and we just didn't know it was going to catch up that rapidly and that fast-paced. But here we are, 4-1 ball game.
Both pitchers move very quickly. They waste no time. And here's a pitch from Sam Chase, swung on and missed by the right-handed hitter and right fielder, Xander Rath. Takes a big old swing, strike 1. Only 18 pitches thrown for Sam Chase now. Here's number 19. Fastball is in there for strike 2. So both pitchers are moving very quickly. Sam Chase, all he's done is fill up the strike zone. He's given up a run, but it was unearned. Swing and a miss. And they'll throw it down to first base, and it'll be in time. So it's a strikeout with a 2-3 put out for out number 1. That's the first strikeout for Chase, but Chase hasn't thrown as many pitches to even get a strikeout because it seems like there's first pitch swinging, and he gets his outs right away early on in the count.
Yeah, the bats have almost been too aggressive to even lead to strikeouts.
First pitch to Mason Almaris is in the dirt and a ball. Almaris popped up to third his first time up, but reached on the error by Doherty. Stole second base, went to third on a ground out, and then scored on a balk. So a very unconventional way of scoring a run, but it worked. Here's a 1-0 delivery. That's upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. 22 pitches now for Sam Chase. And here's a 2-0 delivery. That one is inside, 3 balls and no strikes. Didn't look like that bad of a pitch, but it was not handled by Eleventh. And generally speaking, if the umpire sees that the catcher couldn't handle the ball,
usually doesn't help your case.
No. and a 4-pitch walk. So I'm just talking about Sam Chase filling the strike zone, and he walks the leadoff hitter.
And once again, getting a runner on first matters, but when it's someone like Alvarez, it could matter even more. Last time we had said it, and it led to trouble, led to a run, so we'll see if it can happen again here.
I believe that's a first walk of the ball game for either pitcher.
Wow.
And that'll bring up Jack Wold. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to right field. Almaris takes off, throw down to second base. He's going to sail into center field, and Almaris is going to take off for third base. Here's the throw. It's going to be cut off in the infield. So another error in the ball game. A stolen base for Almaris. He reaches third base on E2 on the catcher, Emineth. Fourth error. Something is amiss up on the scoreboard now. 3 for the Bombers. And here's a pitch, swinging a high pop fly in the infield, playable for the first baseman. It's in foul territory. Ben Sheets comes over and makes a catch. So it's a foul pop up to the first baseman for the second out of the inning.
Which is among the list of the last things you want to do with a runner on third with one out.
Yeah, they were playing back to concede the run on a ground ball. And that'll bring up Bryce Whipple, the catcher, swinging a high drive to deep left field. And it's not going to matter as this one goes into the gap. And Whipple will drive in a run with a big booming RBI double. So I don't know. I thought Whipple got a lot of that, but it might have been a little bit off the end of the bat.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just wishful thinking, but I thought that was going to sail over the fence.
But I don't know if that was a wind or not. I thought it had a chance to get out of here, but the wind did seem to knock it down, but it might have been a little bit off the end of the bat. But a well-struck ball by Whipple, and gives Kindred their first run. They do appeal over at first base, and the umpire rules him safe. So Almaris scores his second run of the ball game. It's an RBI double for Almaris. We have a pinch courtesy runner. It's Sawyer Hess. Comes on to courtesy run for the catcher. Here's a ground ball into the hole. Fielded by Egan. Long throw across the diamond. It's not going to be a time, and it skips into right field into foul territory. And the Vikings are going to score another run. So that was Kylan Swenson, by the way. I never got around to introducing him.
Of course you didn't.
He's going to reach on E6. Sawyer Hess, the courtesy runner, comes across to score to make it 4-3 in favor of the Bombers. And Swenson will reach second base on that same error. So both teams now with 4 errors. So a Goldmark in-game update. Bombers 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors. Kindred 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 errors. What an action-packed ball game. I should introduce a batter before he swings at the first pitch. It's Stanley Belowski. It feels like I got to talk like at the end of those long commercials. You know how they get everything in and all the disclaimers in?
I can't believe Belowski's not running to first right now in some fashion.
Yeah. Stanley Belowski's batting. He lined out to the shortstop his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Here's a high foul ball out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. So get this, Sam Chase is up to 30 pitches now.
Wow, whopping 30 now.
After throwing 9 in the first and 8 in the second. And you math geniuses up here, I think that's 13 this inning. That's a lot of action for only 13 pitches. This ball's in the dirt. Throw down to third base is not in time. Swenson, taking advantage of his speed, moves up to third base on that wild pitch. That wasn't that far away from the catcher. And
no, really good jump.
Really good jump, and Swenson's got some incredible speed, and he was able to chase down third base. Here's a 1-2 delivery. Off speed is up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luke Starcevic awaits on deck. Here's a 2-2 delivery.
This would be really, really big to tie this thing up here. And feel like you're kind of stealing back some of the momentum that the Bombers had gotten in the top of the third.
And like we mentioned, the Kindred Vikings with 4 errors in the top of the third inning led to 4 runs.
That's a good way to get your composure back.
Here's a ground ball, fielded nicely by Ben Sheets, the first baseman. Nice job.
Nice play.
Nice backhand, and that saved a run. And so the Kindred Vikings do come up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's still a 4-3 lead for the Bombers, and they'll come to bat in the top of the 4th on yourliveevent.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. The Bombers coming to bat. They're leading it by a score of 4-3 over the Kindred Vikings. Kylan Swenson on the mound. He'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Kellen Doherty swings at the first pitch, and that's going to be pounded into left field for a single. So Doherty has his 2nd hit of the ball game. He had a double and a run scored back in the 2nd inning. The 3rd inning. So a single. So Doherty started off with that double down the right field line back in the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Evan Felber, the left fielder. He reached on an error. Here's a throw down to second base.
Oh,
he's out.
Wow.
Bryce Whipple throws him out, a caught stealing. It'll be a 2-4 put out. Andy Trom covering down there and applied the tag, and he's gunned down stealing for out #1.
Great job by Trom to get that tag. That was a really good play by both Whipple and Trom. Well done.
And here's a pitch. Fastball, check swing, he went around, strike 2.
And other than a home run, I mean, we're looking at, I think every play in baseball has been now made. Well, we do need a pickoff. If we can get a clean pickoff by the pitcher.
Swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. So quickly 2 outs. Swenson with his 4th strikeout. So far Swenson 3 2/3 innings. He's allowed the 5 hits, 4 runs, but only 1 earned. Hasn't walked anyone and struck out 4. Back to the top of the order with Caden Nelson. He's 0 for 2 officially. He struck out and reached on an error. First pitch misses. 1 ball and no strikes. 71 pitches now. This is 72. Over for a strike. I really appreciate when umpires raise their right hand right away. But the good thing about this home plate umpire is I could hear him.
Yeah, loud
so when he calls a strike, he lets you know.
Yeah, that's a really good strike call out of Hamry.
This ball's fouled back out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count to the leadoff hitter. For post 2, Caden Nelson. And this pitch misses. Didn't even make the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Caden Nelson did score a run back in the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch, swinging a high drive into left field. This ball's hit pretty well. Jack McDonald is going to have it sail over his head, and it's going to bounce off the wall. And another double for the Bombers as Caden Nelson pounds a stand-up double over the left fielder Jack McDonald's head. And they have 6 hits now. And that'll bring up Colin Ebling, the shortstop. We're going to have a coach's visit out to the mound. Go out there to try to settle down Swenson a little bit, but if it might be that Kylan Swenson is done pitching. Because I believe if there's a 75 pitch limit, then he can maybe throw. He'll need a day of rest, but
Sure.
he can maybe throw on Sunday.
Yep, that would make sense.
So we'll probably have a pitching change. It looks like different people are grabbing different gloves, so we'll
Yep.
take a break. and we'll come back with all the defensive changes on yourliveevent.com.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
And we have some defensive changes for the Kindred Vikings. Stanley Belaski will move over from third base and he'll come in to pitch. Kylan Swenson moves out to left field. Jack McDonald comes out of the ball game. He was being DH for anyway, so Carson Andel will enter in his spot and play first base. Spellhog moves over from first base over to third.
There you go. Nailed it.
I did that pretty good.
Very clean.
Belaski will face Colin Ebling, the shortstop. And the first pitch to him is a ball. Ebling is 0 for 1 with a line out to third and a sacrifice bunt. There's 2 outs, runner on second base. Bombers trying to take advantage. Here's the pitch, over for strike 1. Still Stanley Belaski in the pitch. It does not end the line yet on Kylan Swenson. He's still responsible for the runner on second base. Here's a 1-1 delivery for Belaski. Fastball high, pop fly into right field. Xander Rath coming on. Battling the sun, comes on and makes a catch. And the Bombers come up with no runs, despite pounding out a couple of hits. And they still lead it by a score of 4-3 with the Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
And we're back. Luke Starcevic will lead off for the Kindred Vikings. He's 0 for 1. He foul popped on the first pitch his first time up. Takes a strike from the right-handed pitcher, Sam Chase. That ends the line on Kylan Swenson. He goes 3 2/3 innings, allows 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, doesn't walk anybody, and strikes out 4. And strike 2 to big Luke Starcevic, the designated hitter. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters will face the right-handed pitcher, Sam Chase. And here's a pitch, swinging a line drive into right field. This is down for a hit, and this should be extra bases for Luke Starcevic. Right fielder Egan chases it down, and Starcevic is going to have himself a leadoff stand-up double.
Number 12, third baseman, Grant Spellhouse.
Double down the right field line, and a little bit of a debate if it was going to stay fair. It didn't seem to slice at all. It just kind of one of those line drives that just kind of had some downward spin, and you kind of felt it was going to stay fair.
Yeah, and that's the second one today that we've seen like that. Cause these guys, both teams are just hitting the ball so well right now.
Grant Spellhaug steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error his first time up. A pop up to the shortstop, and it was dropped by the slick fielding Ebling. And I didn't mean that sarcastically. Ebling's showing a lot of good fielding skills. He just missed that pop-up uncharacteristically. There's a line drive into right center field. This should score a run. This ball game is tied. Spellhog's rounding first. Is he going to gun for second? Here's a throw into second base. Is in time. What a beautiful throw by the right fielder, Egan. That was right fielder, I believe, that gunned him out. But an RBI single for Spellhaug, and it was a close play. And
yeah.
So I don't mind Spellhaug trying to get into second base on that one because it took a perfect throw, which that was.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you can't blame him for being aggressive trying to get to second. My favorite part of that play is Coach Alvarez immediately telling him that he's happy. Good hit, and his teammates come meet him out in front of the dugout. There's no frustration from the Kindred side on that play. That's just an aggressive base runner and tie ball game.
But what a throw by the right fielder, Egan.
Yeah, that was a
right
great
on the money.
throw.
Andy Trom, I never got a chance to introduce Andy Trom his first time up because he was first pitch swinging, and he flew out to center his first time up. But Andy Trom is the batter now. He's got a 2-0 count with 1 out, and the tying run came across to score. 4 hits now for Kindred. Here's a 2-0, swinging a line drive into center field, and it's going to burn the center fielder. Trom's going to have himself a hit. He's going to sail into second base, and I think we'll give Andy Trom a stand-up double on that one.
And these Kindred Vikings are having fun under us. They're hooting and hollering, and you wouldn't know this game started at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And I forgot to do this, but I didn't have a cup of coffee this morning.
Oh, well, you don't need it anymore. Yeah. Just this is all natural.
Yeah.
Jolt of energy.
Trom hit that ball hard. Hilmert, the center fielder,
he came in.
He came in a few steps and realized, whoops, this is over my head. This is going to carry a little bit more than I thought. Here's a pitch to Xander Rath. He fouls it off. Rath is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 4th inning. Kindred Vikings just tied this one up. And if you're watching this on your live event, great. Come out to the ballpark. There's a heck of an atmosphere. You can still watch it on your live event on your phone. Here's a bunt attempt, and it goes foul.
That's too bad. It would have been fun to see him show and have that third baseman come up. A lot could have happened there with Xander being the guy bunting here.
Yep. Ben Sheets did a nice job. He read the bunt, and he was busting in and covering that, and so did Sam Chase. He was up there as well, the pitcher. They're going to call timeout. It looked to me like Sam Chase balked. And he did break his hands, and so they're going to confer with the coaching staff here. But it looked to me the the coaches down below us, Josh Almaris was saying that was a balk, and he did break his hands. The umpire did call timeout, and they are going to call another balk. And Tram.
The balk moves Tram up third.
And so what happened was Sam Chase was going out of the full windup, so Tram broke towards third base, and then that caused Sam Chase to break his hands away, and that caused the balk. Here's the pitch to Xander Rath. It's a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's kind of fun to hear from the on-deck circle. Mason Alvarez was the first of anyone in the whole facility to even notice that. You can tell the kid's been around baseball for quite some time.
Here's a 1-2 delivery to Rath. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to be extra base hit. Vikings take the lead, and Xander Rath is going to stop at second base with a stand-up double. That ball was crushed by Xander Rath.
Rath doubles and brings in Tron, and that gets us to the top of the order with number 8.
Line drive double down the left field line.
I don't know what is going on today, but these guys are seeing the ball really, really well, and they are just hitting the snot out of it. These are not bloop singles by any means.
Let's do a Goldmark in-game update.
Yeah, your Goldmark in-game update. From commercial land to farmland, Goldmark Commercial has the skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland requests. Go online to goldmarkcommercial.com for more info.
Exciting baseball in Kindred. 4 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors for the Bombers. Kindred Vikings, 5 runs now, 6 hits, 4 errors. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss by Mason Almaris. Almaris has scored 2 runs today. He reached on an error and came around to score. He walked and came around to score. He's got a couple of stolen bases. Vikings take a 1-run lead, I should say. And here's a pitch. Throw down to third will not be made, and Xander Rath steals third base. And again, that speed that we mentioned in the broadcast at the beginning of the game coming into play a lot in this ball game.
And if I know anything about Mason, with all that's going on and the excitement, he is not looking to come back to this dugout right now. He wants to be out there and he wants to be scoring runs.
And here's a 1-1. That one's over for a strike. And I just don't know enough about this Bombers team, but I've been very impressed with some of their players and some of the throws from their right fielder. Egan throwing out a Grant Spellhog at second base on just a perfect throw. Swinging a line drive into right field. This should get the run home. Egan's got a good arm. He's going to throw to the home, but Rath just has too much speed. And that ball's hit plenty deep enough to score most runners. And so a sacrifice fly for Almaris. Sac fly to the right fielder. Run batted in. Second out of the inning. Third run comes across the score for the Vikings. It's 6-4. So a big at-bat there for Almaris. You got that run home. You don't want to see a strikeout there. You don't want to see a pop up to the infield.
Nope, you just got to get that thing in play. When you've got the wheels at third, get that thing in play. Get him across home plate.
And the Bombers aren't panicking here either. They could put up some runs as well. Jack Wold, the batter, 1-1 count. Again, he's 0 for 2. He flew out and popped up to first in foul territory. 0 for 2. Here's a pitch, swing and a ground ball over towards the hole into left field for a base hit.
Another well-hit ball.
7 hits now for the Vikings. Speaking of Jack Wold, we'll have the Todd Wold CPA post-game show for you after this game and try to get somebody up here to interview. I think we're just going to have to talk to somebody because there's just a lot of excitement. And at this point, who do you talk to? You can talk to all 9.
All 9 of them, yeah.
All 9, and there's just been a lot of excitement. Bryce Whipple steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He grounded out and laced a double to left. Came around, his courtesy runner came around to score for him. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 54 pitches thrown by Sam Chase now. And here's a pitch. It's a fastball up.
And I think what you can see out of Whipple there's so much excitement. He was way ahead of that one. Just you gotta sit back, wait for your pitch. I would assume that he's thinking the exact same thing. Just gotta calm himself down.
Yeah. We talk about momentum in baseball, and when you're in the dugout watching everybody else get hits and score some runs, you want to get out there and do the same. Here's a hard ground ball back to the pitcher, knocks his glove off. But Sam Chase does a beautiful job of recovering, picking up the baseball, and throwing Bryce Whipple out to retire the side on the 1-3 putout. But the Vikings do come up with 3 runs and take a 6-4 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Bombers coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
After this ball game, we'll have the Todd Wold CPA postgame show for you.
Yeah, your Todd Wold CPA postgame show for any accounting requisitions, from income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals or businesses. Go online to wold-cpa.com.
If you're not here and watching this ball game, you're missing some great atmosphere, so if you could come out and watch the game, we'd really appreciate it. We'd really appreciate it if you continue watching on yourliveevent.com. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, because this is a fun ball game. You look up at the scoreboard and you see 4 errors for both teams, but I hate to say this, but they've been kind of exciting errors too, and they've added to the game.
Yeah, they're adding runs.
Stanley Blasky on the mound. He'll face a 3-4-5 hitters for the Bombers. Center fielder Brander Hilmert steps to the plate. He's had an action-packed day out in center field. He hits a high drive into center field. Mason Almers goes back and makes a catch, has the sunglasses out, and it's a fly out to center field. Some good outfield play today. I can't say enough about that throw from Egan for the Bombers. He goes into the gap on Grant Spellhog's drive into the gap, and just comes up firing.
Yeah, that throw didn't look like it came from a high schooler. That was a grown man throw. That was legit.
And so here he is batting, Seth Egan.
Nice pitch.
Takes a breaking ball. The count is 0-2. Belaski's only thrown the 7 pitches. Throws out of the full windup. And the pitch off speed. Misses inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I got a little bit distracted there. Paul Quislin, the PA announcer, is talking about food. No, I got distracted. You're talking about food, and I said, yes, a breakfast burrito sounds outstanding.
Well, now that you say it, I mean, a pizza, that doesn't sound like the end of the world. If it's an option, I would take one.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Off speed, misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So yeah, I'll take that distraction all day long.
Oh, yeah, if anything's going to distract me, that's it.
And Belaski's going to throw his first walk as Egan will trot down to first base. Egan, by the way, had a double and a foul pop to the catcher, so he was 1 for 2. So now he's aboard with a walk, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Ben Sheets. Sheets is 1 for 2. He flew out and had an RBI single back in the 3rd. Here's a pitch. It's outside and high. 1 ball, no strikes. What a game to watch. A lot of fun. A lot of excitement. The Kindred Vikings dugout is right below us in the press box. And so we could hear them getting excited. The Bombers getting some excitement going as well. Just can't hear them as well, but they're excited and having a lot of fun playing some baseball today. Ben Sheets, right-handed hitting first baseman. Where's number 11? Swinging a pop-up over the press box and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer. Having a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those games that I myself, and I know these guys, this is one to remember. They'll be talking about this years from now. Remember when we played those Bombers? And
Here's a high fly ball into right center field. Xander Rath comes on and makes the catch. A lot of fly balls out to the outfield, and the outfielders just look very comfortable out there.
Yeah.
Despite the sun, we've talked about the sun, how it's in the morning. It's a little bit different, but it hasn't really come into play.
Seemed to be okay so far, yeah. Other than potentially, maybe that played in early, the third base and shortstop errors. Potentially that had something to do with it.
And very well could have been. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Graydon Olson is outside, ball one. Olson is 1 for 2. I didn't write it down very well. Here's a pitch in the dirt, and it's going to skip away from Whipple. And Egan will move up to second base. And we're going to give the catcher, Bryce Whipple, a pass ball on that one. 2-0 the count to Graydon Olson. I believe Olson singled, as I recall, but I didn't write it down in my book very well. I'll have to look it up on Game Changer here. So I believe he's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Takes a 2-0 pitch for a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Stanley Belowski wears number 0. And the 2-1. Fastball laced into center field. Almaris right there, right at him. Hard hit baseball, but right at the center fielder. And the Bombers are retired on 3 fly balls to the outfield. And so at the end of 4.5, Kindred Vikings lead at 6-4 over the Bombers on yourliveevent.com.
Quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Check out the yourliveevent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the yourliveevent.com free stage, check out redrivervalleyfair.com. That's redrivervalleyfair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
And we're back. Kindred Vikings coming to bat. They'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming to bat. Kylan Swenson, Stanley Belowski, and Luke Starcevic. They'll face a new pitcher. Sam Chase exits the ball game. And new pitcher will be number 4, Hunter Geary. Spells his name Giere, pronounced Geary. For Sam Chase, he goes 4 innings, allows 6 hits, 6 runs, only 4 earned, walked 1 and struck out 1. I think Sam Chase did an excellent job.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to keep his team into the ball game and battled out there.
Yeah, he did a great job. This Kindred team, they just, for whatever reason, they were seeing the ball really, really well, and you can't fault the guy for throwing strike after strike, and they're just happening to hit the ball really, really well.
And so Kylan Swenson will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2 officially. He flew out and then reached on an error by the shortstop. Here's a ground ball out towards the hole. Ebling has it, fires across the diamond in time. Nice job by Ben Sheets, the first baseman. Ben Sheets has played a nice ball game, very quietly over at first base, but he's made some athletic moves over there and made some nice plays.
He has, and I saw Sheets play a couple weeks ago, and I definitely something about him stands out. He plays really, really good ball.
That'll bring up Stanley Belaski. He's 0 for 2. He lined out to short and then hit a hard ground ball over to first, and Ben Sheets scooped it up and recorded the out. Here's a little blooper over the pitcher's head, and it lobs, and that's going to be an infield single. I couldn't get the words out in time, but Doherty tried to play it. It kind of took an awkward backwards hop, and I don't think Doherty had a chance.
No, it's kind of an awkward play.
Yeah, so Belaski will get himself an infield single.
Yeah.
It just kind of little bleeder over the mound, and Doherty did a nice job of charging it. It just kind of took a backwards hop towards the third base line, and he recovered and tried to make the throw, but not in time to get the speedy Belaski.
Yeah, and definitely enough speed out of Belaski to justify calling that an infield hit as well.
Luke Starcevic is a batter. He's 1 for 2. He started the fourth inning with a leadoff double down the right field line. He eventually came around to score. He bats with a 1-1 count right now. Got to thank the Babe Ruth players working in the concession stand. Asher Swenson and Jack Savageau brought us some food up here. Here's a line drive, ground ball into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So Luke Starcevic has himself his second hit of the ball game. Belaski moves up to second base, so yeah, I got myself a breakfast burrito. You got some breakfast pizza going on there?
2 bites in, and I'm loving it so far.
That brings up Grant Spellhog. He's 1 for 2. He reached on an error in the second, but he had a big RBI single in the fourth inning that scored Starcevic. Big hit for Spellhog. He was thrown out at second trying to stretch it into a double, but again, that nice throw from Seth Egan out in right field. Gunned him down, but it was a big hit at the time. So now runners on first and second. Swinging a line drive into right field. That one's down for a hit. Egan will knock this one down, and he'll hold the runners. That ball was hard hit by Spellhog. I think Egan thought, you know what, I might have a chance to get Grant Spellhog at first base.
Yeah, and I think Coach Alvarez also probably remembered Seth Egan's throw from earlier, and there was no way he was sending him home.
So the new pitcher, Hunter Geary, got the first batter on a ground out, now has allowed 3 straight singles, and that'll bring up Andy Traum. Andy Traum is 1 for 2. Swinging a line drive into left center field. Caught by the center fielder. This will score a run, however. Another hard hit ball by Andy Traum. Stanley Belaski comes across to score. Give Andy Traum a sacrifice fly to the center fielder. Second out of the inning is recorded. A run batted in for Andy Traum. And just like that, it's 7-4 ball game.
And that's a really big hit because the corners were in. I would definitely anticipate any sort of ground ball was either getting it out at home or these Bombers are clean enough to have turned a double play there too.
Swing and a miss by Xander Rath. Rath struck out and ripped an RBI double down the left field line and later came around to score after stealing third base. Andy Traum had that big double over the center fielder's head earlier in the ball game back in the fourth inning, and he hit that ball extremely hard out to center field as well. He will get credit for that sacrifice fly. And a run batted in. 0-2 the count now to Xander Rath with runners on first and second. And here's the 0-2 delivery. Fastball in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher, Eminem. And it's ball 1. Just a ton of action in this ball game. A lot of fun to watch. 1-2 the count. And here's a pitch from Geary. Number 4 kicks and fires. This one's in the dirt, and it's going to sail away past the catcher, and that'll move the runners up. So Starcevic moves up to third base. Spellhog up to second. It'll be a wild pitch on Geary. So Xander Rath crushed an RBI double down the left field line last time up. Swinging and hits a pop-up towards the press box, and it'll hit the top of the press box. Thought I might have a chance to catch that one.
Yeah, kind of wanted to see a lean out.
2 balls and 2 strikes. It went up, and then I completely lost sight of it. I didn't think it had enough energy to get on top of the press box. I thought it was going to land maybe into the dugout. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball over on the right side. Olson has it. He throws it over to Ben Sheets for the out. Vikings do come up with a run in the bottom of the fifth and lead it 7-4 on yourlivevent.com.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
And we're back in Kindred, North Dakota with today's matchup between the Fargo Bombers and your Kindred Vikings. Greg Kramer here, joined with Mike Bernier. First at bat there was kind of a well-hit ball out to center field. Almaris made a good play on it, so we do have one out.
Eli Emineth lined out to center field. Sorry, I had a little bit of an allergy attack or something going on there, but first pitch swinging was Emineth, and he's out on a pitch on the line out to Almaris in center field. Stanley Belaski is still on the mound. Now Kellen Doherty will step to the plate. He's 2 for 2. He doubled and singled. He doubled in the third inning, stole third, and scored a run. And then he singled back in the fourth, but was thrown out stealing. Here's a pitch. Misses up. 2 balls and a strike. Belaski's pitch count looks pretty good. He's only thrown 23 pitches. 7-4 lead for Kindred. And here's a 1-2 delivery. Misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. Goldmark in-game update.
Oh, looks like it's a 2-2 count, actually. That one was called a strike.
Oh, 2-2 count.
What is it? 2-2.
Helping Dan Nathan out as much as we can up here.
That's an uphill battle.
The pitch misses anyway, so he didn't need to take that ball off anyway. So
doing more work than necessary. That's got to be a first.
Dan Nathan brought us crystal ball ahead, so he knew what was going on. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Fastball is up, and he walked him. Belaski issues his second walk since coming on in relief for Kylan Swenson. We mentioned earlier, Kylan Swenson was pulled after 75 pitches. They're not worried about Sunday. They do have some league games next week that'll still count towards the standings into the tournaments coming up. Here's a pitch from Belaski. It's a fastball fouled away. Right-handed hitter Evan Felber steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error by the third baseman, got himself an RBI, and then he struck out in the fourth. He did come around to score, so 0 for 2 with a run scored and a run batted in. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, swinging a line drive base hit into right field. Cut off by Rath, throwing to second base. Is cut off in the infield. A line drive single now for Felber. Goldmark in-game update. 4 runs, 7 hits now for the Bombers. 4 errors for Kindred. 7 runs, 10 hits, and 4 errors. And we're going to have a coaching visit out to the mound. Josh Almaris going out to talk to Belaski. Doesn't look like we're going to see a pitching change here, but yeah, an action-packed ball game. Again, I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer And we're having the Shields Invitational Tournament. A lot of fun. Paul Quisling up here doing the PA, Dan Nathan running the music, doing the scoreboard, keeping everything in line here. Concession stand doing a great job. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like we've been saying, I was thinking that we would say how absolutely gorgeous it was and then kind of start to feel a little hotter. I don't feel that I'm getting hotter at all. It's just staying gorgeous. The wind is definitely picking up here a little bit, which could end up coming into play. But, yeah, just an awesome day out in Kindred. And couldn't have asked for much better baseball game. This is one I might even go back and watch this one. This is a heck of a game that we've got going today.
Yeah, we're trying to keep up. It's difficult to keep up on all the action and trying to describe what happened and who scored what and so on. Back to the top of the order for post 2 for the Fargo Bombers. Back to Caden Nelson. He's 1 for 3. He struck out in the first, reached on an error in the third and scored a run, and doubled in the fourth. 1 out, runners on first and second. Here's a pitch, ball low, blocked by Whipple. Ball 1.
Come on, Zero. Come on, babe.
Every now and then my voice is cracking because of the allergies or whatever it is. Here's and all the talking I'm doing, I suppose, it probably isn't helping. Pitch is outside, 2 balls and a strike. Pulaski throwing out of the stretch. Looks on to second, fires. Fastball over, strike 1. Cade Nelson did show bunt, but it didn't really look like he was intending on bunting at all.
No, it almost looked like he was more so just looking to see how Kindred is going to react to that.
And here's a 2-1 delivery from Pulaski. It's a fastball swinging a foul back out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Back off, guards.
This is the first game of this tournament, and if this is any indicator how this tournament's going to go, it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Yep. Might be worth enduring the heat for this one if this is how the games are going to be.
Here's a 2-2 delivery from Pulaski. Fastball swinging a ground ball out towards short. Wold has it. He'll go to second for 1. Throw on to first base will not be in time. So Nelson will reach on a fielder's choice. Felber was out at second on a 6-4 putout for the second out of the inning. Doherty does move over to third base. So runners on first and third with 2 outs. And again, we'll see how this comes into play. We've seen Kindred throughout the years, or throughout the season, they'll cut it off either at the pitcher, they'll fake the cutoff at second base. Sometimes they cut it off at second base. Sometimes the throw goes all the way through.
I wouldn't mind seeing just an aggressive throw straight to third.
Yep.
That because I feel like that's the throw that I least often see, and it kind of catches guys off guard.
That'll bring up Colin Ebling, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Runner does not go. The pitch is a ball. Traum was running in as if he was going to cut it off. But we've seen throughout the season that sometimes Traum will come in and fake the cutoff and let the throw go through, and then the runner's gunned down at second base. And Whipple does have a strong throwing arm behind the plate.
And that was a really smart deke because now Kindred is changing the tune of what they're just going to do. They're adjusting based on giving Fargo that information of how they're going to play that.
And he does not go. Pitch is called to strike. And Kindred does have a few runs to play with here. They're up by 3, and so it wouldn't hurt to maybe throw it all the way down to second base and try to gun the runner and end that inning.
And he's already done it once today.
He does take off. The pitch is way outside. No chance for Whipple to even make a throw. He's more concerned about just saving the run and not letting it skip to the backstop.
Nope, smart to eat that. That would have nothing good would have come out of throwing that down to second.
So it's a stolen base for Nelson. 1-2 the count now to Ebling, and here's a pitch. Called strike 3. He struck him out, and that ends the side. At the end of 5.5, it's a 7-4 lead for Kindred, and they're coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered. servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
And we're back. We'll try to get this on the PA. Younger brother of Mason Almaris getting the call. Mason Almaris steps to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He reached on an error, scored a run. Reached on a walk, scored a run, and had a sacrifice fly. He's got a 1-1 count. So it'll be the top of the order, Almaris, Wold, and Whipple. Facing the right-handed hitter, or right-handed pitcher, I should say, Hunter Geary. And the pitch is over for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Geary's only thrown 17 pitches in his 1 inning of work so far. And here's a 1-2 delivery. Fastball is up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kindred, post 117, taking on post 2, the Bombers, Fargo Bombers. Here's a 2-2, swinging a line drive into right field. This ball's hit pretty well. Egan's going to have trouble with it. It's going to sail over his head. Almaris is going to dig for 3. He rounds second. On his way to third, he's going to reach easily. Slides in and got that uniform nice and dirty. You know when you're the center fielder and your uniform is all full of dirt? You're not getting that from the grass out in the outfield.
I don't think that he exits a game without that being the case. From what I've seen, he seems to bring home a dirty jersey every single time.
A triple for Almaris, a leadoff triple, brings up Jack Wold. Wold is 1 for 3. He flew out to right, popped up to the first baseman in foul territory, and singled through the hole on the left side. The infield is in for the Bombers, trying to choke off this run. First pitch to Wold is up high, ball 1. Wold can hit the ball hard.
Yeah, and he's sort of hard hit ground ball here. I absolutely understand why infield is in, but this could end up backfiring.
And the pitch is up, 2 balls and no strikes. You do want to try to choke off that run, but it can be very daunting, especially you got Bryce Whipple on deck as well. If you're the third baseman, you're standing 75 feet away from a hard-hitting right-hander at the plate. Jack Wold can hit the ball hard as well. He's got a 3-0 count. Let's see if he takes a pitch here. He takes a big old hack. He won't get the chance that the pitch is upstairs. So now this will affect how they play the infield, because you can't really play the middle infield in with the chance of Jack Wold taking off. He's got great speed as well. So they're set up nicely here with Wold with good speed, Almaris with great speed at third base. So a lot of ways to score here. Even if Whipple hits into a double play, you score a run. And it's the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's could be potentially a very big run. Wold does not move. Pitch is fouled off out of play. Strike 1. Whipple grounded out in the first. Had a big booming double to left field in the third, and then grounded out to first. So he's 1 for 3 with a run scored. It was courtesy runner came around to score for him. Here's the 0-1. Pitch is up.
It was way up, and Bryce wanted all of that one. I'm glad to see he held off, but he's not up there to walk right now, clearly. He loaded like he was going to swing.
Right-handed hitter wears number 23. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Hunter Geary on the mound for the Bombers, wears number 4. Pitching in relief for the starter, Sam Chase. A lot of action in this ball game. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Geary. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. And Whipple goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Kylan Swenson. He flew out hard to right to center field, reached on an error by the shortstop in the 3rd, and then grounded out to short back in the 5th. So he's 0 for 3. And the pitch, swinging a high fly ball, foul into Golf Cart Alley down there by the ticket takers down the right field line. Strike 1. Stanley Belaski awaits on deck. And Wold has not taken off from first base yet.
Surprising, yeah.
I think when you have Bryce Whipple at the plate, you're kind of hoping that he gets into one. There's a line drive into right center field. This is going to be trouble, and it's down for a hit all the way to the fence. Almera scores. Jack Wold being waved home. Here's a throw to the plate. There might be a play on him. It's not in time. Throw down to third base, and Swenson is tied up. But this could be fun because Swenson's got some wheels, and he's going to get tagged out. I think Swenson just lost his footing there. Nice job by Doherty of just tracking him down. So I'm not sure how that's going to be scored, but it's going to be right fielder probably to the shortstop to the third baseman. No, the throw came all the way through, right, to the catcher, and then they threw him out. So the catcher was involved in that. I have no idea what the scoring, but it's probably like a 9 to 4 to 2 to 5 put out. But either way, it's a 2-run double for Kylan Swenson, and 2 runs come across the score to make it 9 to 4 in favor of the Vikings, with Stanley Belaski batting. Hey, Belaski takes a ball, so I get a chance to talk a little bit more. So a 2-run double for Swenson, and then he's put out trying to stretch it into a triple. We'll just call it a put out for the second out of the inning, but likely something like a 9. I'm not sure who cut it off and threw it into home. But the catcher got involved, so I believe it was a 9-4-2-5 put out to get Swenson trying to stretch it into a triple. Here's a pitch. And it's down low. It likely wouldn't have been a triple because it would have been scored like a double, and then he advances a second to third base on the throw had he made it. Here's a 3-0 to Belaski. In there for a strike. 3-1 the count. And that pitch is over as well. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Belaski is 1 for 3. He lined out, grounded out, and singled. Came around to score. 1 for 3 with a run scored. More baseball for you in Kindred. We have this Shields Invitational Tournament. Swinging a line drive into right center field. This ball's hit well, but the center fielder Hilmert will track it down. Center fielder Hilmert starting to shade towards that right center field gap, but the Vikings come up with 2 big runs in the bottom of the 6th inning and lead it by a score of 9-4 on yourliveevent.com.
Covered from income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
We head to the top of the 7th inning. Stanley Blosky on the mound for the Vikings, trying to work through and get this first win here in the Shields Invitational Tournament. Bombers are sending the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to face Blosky. Here's a high fly ball by Brander Hilmert. It's into right field. Zanderath is out there, and he makes a catch. A lot of action in the outfields today. Out number 1. And there's 1 away. 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Bombers. Kindred with 9 runs, 12 hits, and 4 errors. Action-packed ball game. We'll have the Todd Wold CPA post-game show for you. Try to get an interview up here. Seth Egan steps to the plate, right fielder. He's played a nice ball game. He's 1 for 2. He has a double, a pop-out, and a walk. Played a nice right field. Pitch is over for a strike, 2-1 the count. And here's a pitch, fastball, over for strike 2. And here's a 2-2, off speed. Missed somewhere. It's a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stanley Blosky kicks and fires. Fastball ripped into right center field. This is going to get it into the gap and all the way to the fence. Rath will pick it up and gun it into the infield, but it will be a stand-up double for the second time for Seth Egan. Ben Sheets will step to the plate. Sheets is 1 for 3, a couple of flyouts and an RBI single. 5-run lead for the Vikings. Stanley Blosky on the mound. You see the middle infielders trying to keep Egan kind of close at second base, but all in all, his run doesn't matter a whole lot.
Yeah. I think you would prefer to maybe just play in position and
go after the hitter.
Yeah.
In Ben Sheets. And here's a 1-0 delivery. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Runner will stop at third base. Throw goes all the way through to Whipple, but no chance for Sheets to advance. So Ben Sheets has his second hit. Graydon Olson steps to the plate. He is 1 for 3. He struck out, singled, and flew out to center. And they're going through a series of signs. We have that situation again where there's runners on first and third. Let's see if Sheets goes in motion here to try to create some havoc out of the infield. And here's a pitch from Blosky. It's a fastball over for strike 1. Stanley Blosky has thrown 48 pitches on in relief for Kylan Swenson. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Fastball, over for strike 2. I'm Mike Bernier, along with Greg Kramer, bringing you American Legion Baseball. This is a lot of fun. Joe Wellen, the head coach for the Bombers, coaching over at third, and over at first base is Nate Sillerud. Vikings, of course, have Josh Almaris, Nick Eggman, and Dean Wixo. And here's a pitch. Here's a high fly ball into left center field. This ball's hit pretty well. And did he catch that? Good Lord. Almaris caught that baseball. I thought that was bound for the gap because Swenson was giving chase. I thought he might have the best chance at it, but he gave way as Almaris was calling for it, and he made a beautiful diving catch. So Graydon Olson is robbed of a hit. He will get credit for a sacrifice fly and a run batted in. And that was, I just heard Dan Nathan say that was one of the better catches I've ever seen. And I would say it's seriously one of the best catches at the American Legion level that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I almost feel bad that I can't do justice with the camera there. That was an amazing play.
I didn't think there was any chance that Almaris was going to catch it. Because it looked like Swenson was going to have that play, but Almaris must have been calling for it because you kind of saw Swenson kind of hold up.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Almaris makes that diving catch. Almers. How's it said? Almers. Almers. Okay.
I'm just glad that he caught it so we didn't have the hit error debate again. I mean,
here's a 1-2. There's no way you give Almaris an error on that, for the diving play. 2-2 the count to the batter to Eli Emineth. He's 0 for 3 on the ball game, trying to prolong this game for the Bombers. Needs to find a way to reach here. 2-2 the count. Here's a pitch from Belaski, swinging a pop up into over the infield, and Jack Wold will go out and make the catch, and the Kindred Vikings win this one. A very exciting baseball game against the Fargo Bombers, and the Kindred Vikings win this one by a score of 9-5 in the first game of this invitational tournament, brought to you by Shields. And we'll take a break, and we'll come back with the Todd Wold CPA postgame show after this on yourliveevent.com.
The messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand. Rhino tested. Rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
At Green Earth Landscaping, quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
And we're back for the Todd Wold CPA postgame show.
Yeah, your Todd Wold CPA postgame show for any accounting requisitions, from income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals or businesses. Go online to wold-cpa.com.
I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer. What a baseball game. This was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I had initially, when Josh had told me about the schedule, and I thought, 9:30 on a Friday. That seems bizarre, but man, am I glad. This was about as good of a game as you could ask for. There's nothing negative to come away from this. This was awesome all around, and I'm just excited. I'll probably hang around for a while and just keep watching games. I mean, I'm ready for baseball now. This was awesome.
Yeah, we're bringing you all of the Kindred games on yourliveevent.com, and this was the first one. If this is any indication how this tournament's going to go, we're already having a lot of fun up here. We're trying to get the lineups for the next game. To get this game going, we got to do some preps on the field, but we're going to conduct this post-game show, and we're going to have some interviews. We're going to get a couple of players up here to talk with us, and we were thinking Stanley Belaski to come up here just because Mason Almers has been up here before, but then he made that outstanding catch, one of the best catches any of us have ever seen at the Legion level, and so we're going to bring them both up.
Yeah, they definitely both deserve it. And Blasky had an amazing game, and I'm excited to talk with him as well. But then, I mean, you look at the book, and Mason had such a great day at the plate and that catch, and it's hard not to talk to both of them. They both earned it.
Yep. And so I think it isn't official in Game Changer here yet, but because it's a 7-inning game. It's a 7-inning game, and Kylan Swenson didn't go that 4 innings. In a 9-inning game, you got to go 5 innings as a starter to qualify for the win.
Yeah.
He didn't go the 4 innings, so I believe Belaski will come away with that win. And so here's what that line looks like. Kylan Swenson went 3 2/3, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned, didn't walk anyone, and struck out 4. And then Stanley Belaski, 3 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, and allowed just the 1 run it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. So a great game on the mound for the Kindred Vikings. There were some errors in the ball game. For the Fargo Bombers, Sam Chase will take the loss. He went 4 innings, pitched well. He allowed 6 hits and 6 runs allowed 4 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 1. And then Hunter Geary comes on in relief, pitches 2 innings, allows 5 hits and 3 earned runs, a walk and a strikeout. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll get ready to do a quick interview, and we'll come back after this on yourliveevent.com.
LiveEvent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
And we're back, and we're live, and we're talking to a couple players for the Kindred Vikings. What a great baseball game it was to watch. I'm Mike Bernier, and I'm joined by Mason. How do you say the last name?
Almaris.
Almaris?
Yeah.
Okay, you say Almaris.
Yeah.
Your dad says Almers.
Yeah.
And I was saying Almaris, and we pronounced it 3 different ways, but it's Mason Almaris. And I tell you what a great baseball game you guys played today by the Kindred Vikings. You come away with a 9-5 victory. And how did it feel today?
It felt really good. Came out, third inning was rough, but we came out hot, scored a run in the first inning, and then had a rough third inning, but we bounced back really well, and I'm really proud of everyone.
Myself and the rest of the press box crew were debating who we bring up here. We were thinking Stanley Belaski because we've already talked to Mason Almaris before on a post-game interview show, and then you made that catch in center field. What the heck happened out there? That was one of the best catches any of us have ever seen at an American Legion baseball level.
I mean, I read it well off the bat. I thought it was Kylan's at first, but he wasn't saying anything, so then last second I just called it, and I figured I got to go all out for it.
Yeah, it looked like it was Kylan's ball, but I could tell that you called for it because he backed off a little bit, and then you made the dive, and I think my call was something like, did he catch that? Because I didn't think that was even possible that you had a chance at it, but you made that backhanded dive into the outfield and came away with a big out. and helped to bring Kindred to a big win. So you also added a triple in the ball game. You scored 3 runs. You stole a couple of bases. You added a walk. Great day for Mason Almaris, and just a lot of fun to watch. So how did you feel coming away with the first win in the game or in the tournament?
Yeah, it felt good. Last year we had a rough first game and lost, and this year our focus was we need to attack the first game. So I'm really glad we were able to do that and get that first win.
All right, we'll hand the microphone over to Stanley here. Stanley Belaski, all he did is went 1 for 4 and scored a run and came on in relief, and he's going to pick up the win. 3 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, only 1 earned run, and he walked 2 and struck out 1. And how did it feel tonight playing the ball game?
Felt pretty good. My coach is telling me that I'm the guy that should come in after Cowan, change the pace, and I struggled a little bit, but I came back and I did the job, helped the team.
It was nice to watch. You came in and threw nothing but strikes, and you battled out there. You hit the ball hard a number of times. You got credit for 1 hit, but there was a couple of lineouts, really hard hit ball over to first base. They made a nice play over there, and you lined out to the outfield a time or 2 as well, and so that was fun to watch. But you came on relief for Kylan Swenson, who's a different style of pitcher. How does your style affect the other hitters?
I'm more of a just, throw strikes. I use my off speed when I'm up in the count, but it's just I challenge them. I try to challenge them as much as I can, see what they can do. Yeah,
and I keep saying tonight, well, we're actually playing in the morning. Did the sun affect you guys out on the field?
It got to me a little bit. It was starting to get hot at the end there. So.
Yeah, and the sun is just in a different position than when you're typically playing in an evening game.
Yeah.
But playing at 9:30 in the morning had to be a little bit different.
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay, well, a great win for the Kindred Vikings. You come away, you beat the Fargo Bombers by a score of 9-5, and congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
And we'll take a break on yourliveevent.com.
Like the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft-serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
A victory for the Kindred Vikings as they beat the Fargo Bombers by a score of 9-5. I'm Mike Bernier, but Greg Kramer is back. I keep calling you Greg Coleman. I don't know why. Yeah. Greg Coleman, the former punter for the Minnesota Vikings, just in my head somehow.
Hopefully he was a good punter.
He was a very good punter, yeah.
I'll take it then.
Yeah, so the Kindred Vikings win it by a score of 9-5. We talked about Mason Almaris. Yeah, 2 at-bats, 3 runs scored, a triple, a run batted in, a walk, and one of the best catches we've ever seen. Yeah,
just an awesome game and an awesome interview. He's a good guy, and you like to see guys like that succeed, and just the team success. It's golf. What a day! This was an awesome way to start this tournament. I'm just excited for more.
Yep. Jack Wall to round out the hits for the Vikings. He was 1 for 3 with a run scored, added a walk. Bryce Whipple with a big booming double. He was 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Kylan Swenson was 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Belaski, like we mentioned before, 1 for 4, scored a run, comes on in relief and gets the victory and pitches well. Luke Starcevic, let's talk about him. He gets called up from mid-cast Babe Ruth, and he goes 2 for 3 with a booming double and a hard-hit single and a run scored. Good game for him. How about Grant Spellhoff? 2 hard-hit balls the other way, a big RBI single And they did get thrown out at second base, but that was a big hit at the time.
Yeah, and it was fun to see the response of him rounding first hard. He was going for second that whole time. And did it end well? No, but it ended in a run. And Coach Alvarez and this dugout were really they were all behind him. It was nothing but support for him, and it was that was a fun play. Kind of felt like that was a little bit of a turning point. Where it was, all right, here we go. Now let's get the bats rolling, and things started going there.
And I didn't realize this at first, but all 9 hitters in the lineup had a hit.
Wow.
Andy Traum went 1 for 2. He had 2 hard hit balls today,
yeah.
But that one that sailed over the head for a stand-up double, he scored a run, drove in a run, and Xander Rath added a really hard hit double down the left field line.
That's
he scored
right,
a run and drove in a run as well. So an all-around great ball game for the Kindred Vikings. And let's talk about the Fargo Bombers a little bit. They have some solid players on their lineup as well.
They do. I've seen this team twice now, and looking at the scoreboard, you see 4 errors, and what I'm about to say sounds wrong, but these guys play really clean defense. They look as sound as any team as I've watched, where if you hit a hard ball to the shortstop, they're making the play.
Right.
Sheets over at first base, he's a great first baseman. He seems to know the game really well. They seem very well coached. They understand exactly what to do situationally, and it's a fun team to watch.
Yeah, Cade Nelson, he was 1 for 4 with a run scored. Hilmert scored a run and drove in a run. He was 0 for 4 on the day. Egan, a couple hard hit doubles. He was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Ben Sheets, like you mentioned before, he was 2 for 4 with a couple of hard hit singles, drove in a run. Graydon Olson had an RBI single. He's 1 for 3. Doherty, 2 for 2 with 2 hard hit balls and a walk and a run scored. And Felber, the 9th hitter, scores a run. He goes 1 for 3 and drives in a run as well. And like we said, Sam Chase pitched a pretty good ball game, kept his team in the game. And then Geary comes on and throws a couple of innings as well. So good all-around baseball game, and just fun to watch. So we're going to have another Kindred game tonight on yourliveevent.com, and we'll bring you that game here. And we're getting set, and we're getting the field prep for the next ball game to be played in the Shields Invitational Tournament.
Yeah, and as you were saying, too, reading through those box scores, what an awesome team performance by both teams. I mean, this was fun baseball, and it ended up being 5-9. It almost didn't really feel like that. It felt really close throughout the entirety of the game, but there was 3 innings in a row there where the Bombers didn't come up with any runs. But, yeah, I mean, this was really well played by both sides. Some errors, which is just that's going to come with this age range. That's going to happen. You just have to find a way to battle through it, and both teams played super well today.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. And, again, I'm Mike Bernier for Greg Kramer. We'll end this broadcast, and we'll have the next Kindred game for you tonight this evening. I believe the game starts at 7:30, and we'll have that broadcast for you tonight on yourliveevent.com.